George Washington was a great man. He was the leader of the American Army in the Revolutionary War. He helped America win its freedom. After the war, he became the first president of the United States. People loved and respected him very much. Washington served 2 terms as president. After that, he was tired and wanted to go home. He returned to Mount Vernon, his beautiful home in Virginia. He looked forward to spending time with his family and enjoying his farm. Washington loved Mount Vernon. He worked hard to make it a successful place. He kept busy with the farm and his many visitors. Even though he was retired, he still cared deeply about his country. In the winter of 1799, Washington was 67 years old. He was healthy for his age, but the cold weather always bothered his throat. One December day, he got caught in a snowstorm while checking on his farm. That evening, Washington felt a cold coming on. He had a sore throat and difficulty breathing. He tried to ignore it at first, but his condition worsened throughout the night. By morning, he could barely speak and struggled to breathe. His worried family called for doctors. 3 doctors came to Mount Vernon to help him. They were very smart and experienced, but they didn't have modern medicine like we do today. Back then, doctors didn't know about germs or antibiotics. The doctors tried their best to help Washington. They took some of his blood, hoping to make him better. They also gave him medicine, but nothing seemed to work. His condition continued to deteriorate. Despite his discomfort, Washington remained calm and patient. He knew his doctors were doing everything they could. He was a strong man, used to facing challenges head-on. But this time, it seemed like even his strength wouldn't be enough. The doctors used all the treatments they knew. They tried to bleed him, thinking it would remove the bad things from his blood. They gave him medicine to help him breathe and to stop the swelling in his throat. They even tried to make him vomit, hoping to clear whatever was making him sick. One of the doctors was named James Craig. He was a close friend of Washington and had been his doctor for many years. Another doctor was named Elisha Dick. He was younger than Dr. Craig, but also very skilled. The third doctor was Gustavus Richard Brown, a young doctor from the area. Despite the best efforts of these doctors, Washington's condition continued to worsen. His breathing became more labored and his voice became weaker. His family stayed by his side, worried and hoping for a miracle. Despite the seriousness of his condition, Washington remained dignified and composed. He never complained about his illness. He knew his time was coming to an end, and he faced it with courage and grace. On the evening of December 14, 1799, George Washington passed away peacefully. He was surrounded by his loved ones, who mourned his loss deeply. The whole nation grieved for their beloved leader. Washington's death was a great loss for the United States. He was a true hero who had led the country to independence and established a strong foundation for the young nation. He was a symbol of strength, courage, and wisdom. Today, we remember George Washington as the father of our country. His face is on our money and our monuments. We celebrate his birthday every year. His legacy as a leader and a man of character continues to inspire us. Though his life ended on that cold December night, his memory lives on. His story reminds us that even the greatest among us are mortal, but their impact can last for centuries.